Tuesday, and there's several things happening. A, I got 7 questions here, so I get to answer those. Also, the Nevada caucuses. I'm supporting Donald Trump, and I'll have some questions here about why I support Donald Trump. Stay tuned to hear exactly why. Alright everybody, so I'm going to get right into this. First question comes from Jesse James Height. If I don't say your name right, Jesse, let me know. By the way, I have a question for your next Q&A video. How do YouTubers just talk to a camera and not be nervous? Like, I get nervous just playing guitar for people, let alone on YouTube. So that's a really good thing. And I'm not going to speak for everybody because I think that I would be very naive doing so. But I'm going to tell you why I'm not really that nervous talking in front of a camera. I think when I first started, I was pretty nervous because I really didn't know what I was getting myself into. But and for some YouTubers, I know that we're not very good in social settings. So this will allow us to be able to talk to people without having to really see, interactions or interact with them on that sense. But we get to interact with them on a wider global scale, which is I really like that. I think that's super amazing. Like some people, when they get in front of a whole bunch of people, it's just very hard for them to talk. That's just how some people are. I love to get in front of people and talk, so that's what's helping me. But the thing is if you believe in yourself, you're going to be okay. If you get nervous in front of people, you got to find ways to be able to get better. And some things that I think is really good for you is if you get in front of a mirror, and it's kind of, if you're doing a vlog or if you're trying to do the guitar, just get in front of the mirror and just go and do what you need to do. And sometimes that helps. All right? So don't get nervous. Everybody gets on here to do something. And if you get haters, hey, I'm going to be the first to tell you this. The haters stay with you. All right. So let's go to the next question. It's from Endergatic Gaming. You can find them here on YouTube. Damn, that's cool. Do more unboxing videos. Can you buy a mechanical thing called the Oculus? I don't want to waste your money though. Just asking, buddy. Alright, so if you don't know, every Wednesday I do an unboxing. Or like a product review, so it's like an unboxing / review. And I did unbox the mechanical keyboard, but I actually bought another mechanical keyboard that I did not unbox for you guys, and I really wish I did. I'm going to leave the link below of the actual, the second mechanical keyboard I got. It's so amazing. It's a RGB mechanical keyboard. It's blue keys, which for those that know gaming, you have cherry keys, blue keys. I think there's even black keys, but it's just how the feel of the keyboard. As far as getting the Oculus, never heard of it, so I'm going to look into it, and if it's financially, okay, I'll take a look at it. Or if you can convince the company of the Oculus, say, hey, send this over to Tilley Vlog so he can do an unboxing for us, I'll be more than happy to unbox it for the company. But anyways, good question, buddy. Alright. So, the next one comes from Chris Lucas. Okay, so can you just stand on your head and pat your belly and touch your nose? Then have someone dump ice on you. Be fun to see you attempt it. And would you attempt it? Thing is I always accept a challenge. There's just a couple things. I'm fat, alright? So first, it's going to be hard for me to stand on my head. Unless I have people help me. Second, how can you touch your belly and touch your nose if you're standing on your head? Because don't you have to use your hands to balance you? Second, have someone dump ice on you. Anybody can dump ice on me. I mean, my nipples get hard really easily, so unless you don't want to see hard nipples, I wouldn't suggest that. But I do it anyway. Anyways, I'm open for any challenges. This is a challenge. I don't know if I can attempt it just for the simple fact that I don't think it's possible. But we'll see. If anybody has any challenges you want me to do here on YouTube, you let me know and I'll try to do it. Next one comes from Ford Number One Always. Do you hate your job? So, I think everybody hates their job in some way. And some people love their job in some way. Do I hate my job? Debatable. I love working for the company I work for. I don't like the job that I currently have for the simple fact, and I'm just going to keep it That's what I'm about ready to tell you. I'm not going to go into the details because we don't have time. All right, so my position, if you take that to the equivalent of a position within the Amazon warehouses, meaning that I am classified as an area manager within a fulfillment center. My pay is based on an area manager in a fulfillment center, okay? But the expectations of my position, because I work at the corporate warehouse, or not even the warehouse, corporate offices, I get paid just as much as those in the warehouses, but it's based over all of North America. And you know, you have Amazon's very notorious for being in the cheaper suburbs of the cities, you know, like Chattanooga, Tennessee, and the outskirts of Dallas, where it's very cheap to live. And my pay is based off of that. I'm in the heart of Seattle, where it's super expensive. So I hate my job for the simple fact that I'm getting underpaid and I have super, super high expectations. Just imagine, I mean, I don't know if there's any position at any corporate position in any corporation where you would consider the job easy. And because I'm based off of a warehouse position and not an actual corporate entity, then I don't like it for that sense. Also, the expectations, it's so, in the warehouse, what I'm expected to do would be the same level as a senior operations manager in the warehouse that makes over 100K a year. I'm nowhere near 100K, but my expectations of my job is equivalent to that position in the warehouse. And I'm still under the North American Fulfillment Center's brand. So, if I get out of the corporate areas, like I don't want to be part of Amazon corporate anymore. I want to get out of it for the simple fact that if I went to a warehouse as the same position, because that's what I would laterally transfer into, it would feel like I got a demotion, but I would keep the pay. So, do I hate my job? I love the company I'm with. I'm not too fond of my job, so we'll leave it at that. The next question comes from Chris Cash, my future husband. I love this guy. I've known him for years, all the way back to Kansas. This guy grew up in Oklahoma and now lives in Denver. Hopefully he can make it to Seattle, because I guarantee you, if I got him in my arms, I would not let him go and I would marry this guy. But he wants to know, what on earth is an orange belly wash? If you guys didn't see my vlog, I don't remember which one, it was about 3 or 4 days ago, I went to Subway and I was drinking some orange soda and I call it orange belly wash. It really, like, people don't hear about it anymore, but when you grow up in Kansas, people say, you know, belly wash. And the reason why is because anything you drink after food, it kind of washes everything down. I know you've heard that, you know, wash the food down. The thing is that it washes your belly, like it cleans out all of the stuff in your belly. So that's where people say belly wash. So it was an orange soda, and I called it orange belly wash. If it was a, I don't know, like a cherry Coke, I would have said a cherry belly wash. But anyways, Chris, that's what orange belly wash is. And once we get married, we're gonna have plenty of belly washes ourselves. All right, the next question is, I'm gonna pit 2 of these together. So the first of the 2 for the one question is, do you ever get the feeling that the media has been trying to spoil Trump's campaign, but he keeps racking up all the delegates and poll numbers? Do you think Trump will have the same rhetoric after the primaries, or will this tune get a little bit more presidential? And then to pit on that, it comes from COC Gaming, who is under the age of 18, by the way, and not legal to vote. Fuck you and Donald Trump. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to answer all of this based off of why am I supporting Donald Trump. For those who don't know, TilleyVision, my company, is endorsing Donald Trump. And the reason why is because you have so many politicians that are bought by major corporations. And whenever, let's say I'm Ted Cruz, and I go and you come to me and say, hey, I'm gonna give you $1 million. I'm like, heck yeah, in my pocket. But then they say, oh, by the way, we just gave you $1 million. I don't care about the American citizens. I want you to help me, only me. So if you become a president, and let's say I want to move my company to Mexico, you do not stop me from going to Mexico. And by the way, my product comes into America for free. because I gave you that $1 million. I don't think that should be legal, but that's what happens. And you got everybody, all the way from Hillary Clinton, Bernie Sanders, and all the Republican presidential candidates, except for Donald Trump. The only donations Donald Trump takes is from people like me that want to support him. You know, if TilleyVision gives Donald Trump money, he would not take it because I am considered a business. But he would take it from me as an individual contributor. I really like that in him, and I think that that is very powerful for America. The second thing is he's the only individual that has made profits year after year after year. In theory, American government is a business. America is a business, and the CEO of America is the President of the United States. Donald Trump has been the CEO and president of Trump Industries, Trump Enterprises, whatever his business is, and he has profited year over year over year. And so the thing is as far as the economy, which we know is like the #1 thing, Donald Trump overpowers every candidate when it comes to the economy. I believe he would do better than anybody else. One reason why I don't support Ted Cruz is because he got on stage and he said, I want the Bible back in the government. I want to bring religion back into politics. The thing is there's church and state for a reason, and the last thing that I need is somebody who uses the Bible as the way of figuring things out. Because I am not religious at all. Like, I believe there is a higher power, but I don't support any religion. And the last thing I want is a president in there that's going to make a decision based off of what Adam and Eve did, you know, way back when, if they even did anything, right? The Bible should not have any room on a decision making in the federal government. And Ted Cruz he said that he will only make decisions off of 2 things. The Constitution, which is okay, but then the Bible, which I don't think should be it. Donald Trump will not use the Bible to govern. He will use his own business acumen and what's best for us. And secondly, the thing is he's, you know, he tells it as it is. You know, you got Ted Cruz that has been proven to lie. And if you guys don't know, here's a good one. So Ted Cruz in Iowa, and this is how he won. And it's been proven, you can look it up. But what he did is he called all of Ben Carson's precincts, because it's a caucus, so he called all of the caucuses and said Ben Carson is dropping out. When in fact, Ben Carson was not dropping out. So all of those individuals, and he said because he's dropping out, come to the Cruz caucuses. So they did. And so that's how he won, by that like 4% extra. Not all went to Ted, but because that was the last little bit of information, they had to just make a decision instantly, or they wouldn't have been able to been in a caucus. So he's a liar. Marco Rubio, I think, would be the perfect vice president candidate under Trump. I would so love a Trump-Rubio ticket. I think that would seal the deal. At the end of the day, guys, TilleyVision supports Donald Trump. And I'm not the only one. There are millions of people who is voting for Donald Trump or supporting Donald Trump. He has won in New Hampshire by record numbers. He has won in South Carolina by record numbers. He won, he came in second in Iowa by cheating, because Ted Cruz was cheating, and still broke records based off his second place numbers. All right, so tonight is Nevada. I already went out there and I put out all this stuff on Twitter saying, you know what, Nevada, vote for the next president of the United States, Donald Trump. All right, so fuck you and Donald Trump. Well, fuck you, okay? Because you're under 18 and you shouldn't have any consideration in the presidential process. Whenever you become 18, you should have knowledge about it, but you should not criticize others unless you have some data to back it up. All right, you know, anybody that votes for Hillary, anybody that votes for Ted Cruz, I'm not going to go, fuck you and Ted Cruz. I'm not going to do that because I am a bigger man. I support the decisions and opinions of other people. So, at the end of the day, guys, I am 100% Donald Trump, and there's nothing that can take that away from me. All right? So, as a potential delegate for Donald Trump for the state of Washington, I'm going to go ahead and sign off. If you guys like this vlog, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share this video with others. That's it.